My storage is full, so I got cut off. So basically what I'm trying to tell you here is that my lawsuit, which is LAICON versus Gavin Newsom, which they try to change to Tracy Anderson et al., is case number 22-STCV-27094 at the Spring Street, United States Courthouse. And there's a Judge Cunningham who committed fraud and elections interference that allowed Gavin Newsom to get reelected. And so what I'm telling you here is that there was also another case, LAICON versus Adam Mazza, also related to the Spring Street, United States Courthouse, with another lady that was there. It's also another clerk like Lynn Klein. But the point of the matter here is that her name is Lynn Klein, and she committed pay-to-play racketeering, judicial treason, and judicial fraud on the court. And Lynn Klein is related to Adam Mazza, based on my due diligence that I discovered that Adam Mazza, real name is Calvin Klein, like the fashion designer Stephen Klein, Calvin Klein, who's really related to Stephen Buskin and Buskin Records of Las Vegas, who's related to RMCM Law Firm, who's related to my wife, second wife, Mariana Caval, who's related to Dr. Joe Biden, Brazilian. And so Lynn Klein is related to Adam Mazza with case number 21-STCV 27594. I forgot that case number. But basically what's going on is that Adam Mazza is the one that accused me of being a vexatious litigant with R. Ennis, who's really Aisha Rincon, the assistant district attorney from Las Vegas. And Las Vegas is like trying to take over Los Angeles. So R. Ennis was incarcerated. And David Cohen, the judge who made this criminal accusation, he was also incarcerated. And he's related to Coach Coward of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and also related to Franco Harris and Kamala Harris of the Pittsburgh Steelers. They were involved in Perfectus Aluminum, 1.82 grand larceny from TD Ameritrade, Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, Senator Gentile. So what's going on here, to make a long story short, is that Lynn Klein, Adam Mazza, is really part of the pharmaceutical Glaxo, Smithkline, Beecham. Because before there was Arabindo, and before there was some pharmaceuticals, there used to be Glaxo, Smithkline, Beecham. There used to be Merck, Pfizer. And notice the name, Glaxo, Smithkline. Smithkline. Now Lynn Klein, Stephen Klein, Calvin Klein, Adam Mazza. So Glaxo is a pharmaceutical company from England. David J. Cohen speaks with a British accent. David W. Slayton speaks with a British accent. They are from England, United Kingdom. But it's not really United Kingdom, because you have Ireland, which is the Irish Republican Army, with Shrinky-Dink France, and you have England. You always have the war between France and England. So you have David W. Slayton, who's really, I think, Shrinky-Dink R. Ennis and Shrinky-Dink David Cohen, who just came back and took over the Stanley Mosk Courthouse in California courts. He's the one who's accusing me of being a vexatious litigant, but he's also the owner of Glaxo, Smithkline, Beecham, with Steve Klein, Calvin Klein, Adam Mazza, and Glaxo, David W. Slayton. So what's going on here is that people who are chairman of the board or board members of Fortune 100 corporations in America are becoming administrators of courthouses, are becoming supervising judges, so that they can commit pay-to-play racketeering and rob people blind and steal their money, because everybody's living on kickbacks. And this is why the U.S. is default. So what's going on here is that there is an antitrust monopoly going on, because I'm trying to get justice. They gave me a pill box that if I would have took all those pills, similar to cyanide, I would have been dead. They're saying I'm not Leo Kono, I have my fingerprints. they're giving me pills that are killing me. It's like taking cyanide. And if I try to get justice at the courthouse, I'm being accused of being a fictitious litigant by David J. Cohen and David W. Slayton. So now I got to file a preliminary injunction to get the California Highway Patrol to prevent David W. Slayton and Michelle Williams Court, who's like shrinky-dink undercover United States military, getting their kickbacks from the California courts. And I think Gavin Newsom is also shrinky-dink United States military and Las Vegas Nellis Air Force Base, trying to get payment for the war that we lost in Afghanistan. But now there's been a change in the guard, so it's a different story. So what's going on here is that I got to get a preliminary injunction to stop them from accusing me of being a fictitious litigant, so that I can submit filings through TrueFiling.com and Journal Technologies, and they won't be rejected. Like this F. Mendoza, who's like a Contra, is just saying your case was closed a year ago, even though I have 2 years. The guy's an idiot. He's acting like an idiot. He knows what's going on. He's acting like an idiot. That's fraud on the court. And also the other thing I want to mention is that I noticed that Mike Pence is a shrinky-dink of Kamala Harris, and Kamala Harris is a shrinky-dink of Osama bin Laden, which is like really crazy because we lost the war in Afghanistan, and they allowed Osama bin Laden to incarnate into Michelle Obama, who became Kamala Harris, along with my sister Morella O'Connell, and along with Debbie King and Barack Obama, and Debbie King and Chauncey Lawson of the U.S. Office of Special Counsel, and Monique, who stole my lawsuit style, of the IRS. So these are IRS criminal investigators like Debbie King and Monique, and Chauncey Lawson and Leedy Martin, and my sister Morella Loyacono, who I think had a relationship with Donald J. Trump, along with my first wife, also Karen Teresa Castorino Cono, who I think had a relationship with Donald J. Trump and also Barack Obama. And I think by looking at the vice presidential debate between Mike Pence and Kamala Harris, I see expression recognition that Kamala Harris was acting a lot like my sister Morella. And also I noticed on Fast People Search that if you type in, I think it's 29 Batista in Sayreville, New Jersey, you will see that Pamela Lawson, who's related to Debbie King, and also related to James Hutchins, and C.K. Hutchinson-Wampoa, and probably Joe Biden, I hate to say. But I'm saying that Pamela Lawson, my sister Morella Loyacono Schwab, sold the house in Sayreville, New Jersey, Batista Court, to Pamela Lawson for like $1. You know, so there's like all kinds of kickbacks going on and reincarnations. And I've given you the evidence on the YouTube postings. I have links to Fast People Search, and you know everything that I discover, similar to like a captain's log. You know, Captain Kirk, captain's log. I'm posting everything on YouTube as soon as I discover it. So this is what's going on. And Gavin Newsom, you know, he's involved in hospital data breach and CVS data breach, which is what I think President Joe Biden is really concerned about, because they try to kill the president by poisoning him with pharmaceuticals, you know, pharmaceutical products that are like similar to cyanide. You know, they gave him the wrong medicine, and they gave him the wrong medicine because when they go into the CVS database, they're typing in a certain NDC code, and because of the data breach, the NDC code that goes to Aurobindo is the proper medicine, but because they switch pharmaceutical companies, the NDC code that goes to some pharmaceuticals is like exactly the opposite drug that you want to take, and that'll kill you, you know. And this is because of Gavin Newsom and his son Robert Gevers and Vince Newsom and Genesis Consultant that California is giving like billions of dollars to. And you know, this is like beyond data privacy and data breach. They have hijacked the CDC NDC database at CVS CVS pharmacies, so that if you go there and you try to get brand name Bactrim, they might give you another product that'll kill you.